Unfortunately, for the second year in a row, we haven't been able to host parents on school site for Year 7 orientation. Fortunately, your children had the opportunity to attend Cronulla High School early in Term 1 for Liaison Day, where they got to experience what high school life is like. I would now like to introduce the leadership. Our three deputies are Miss Kelly Lawson, Miss Susan Geldart, and the Deputy Principal for Year 7 2022, Mr. Joel Burnett.
Welcome to all of our parents to the Cronulla High School community starting in 2022. We're very excited to have you all on board. As the Deputy Principal responsible for Year 7 in 2022 and with your children beyond 2022, I really look forward to getting to know the students, your children, as they embark on this journey. My role is primarily across three areas of the school. I'll be looking after your student wellbeing, I'll be looking after curriculum and also overseeing discipline. Those three aspects of your student's life or your child's life at school are very, very important to us, all three. Very happy to pick up the phone, and if you need me, give me a call, pop in and see me in the office, and I look forward to getting to know you all. Back to you, Mr. Ibrahim.
So this is the beginning of a 6-year partnership. For some of you, this partnership will be a fairly smooth one. However, for a few of you, this partnership will have its highs and lows. But it is a partnership that is important in helping your child reach their full potential. It is a partnership that will equip your child with the skills, experience and strategies to overcome any hurdles or take advantage of any opportunities that they will come across throughout their life. From all of us here, we would like to wish you all the best for Christmas and hope that you stay safe and well. I will now hand over to Mr. McGrath and Miss Babunski.
Hi everyone, my name's David McGrath and I'll be the Year Advisor for Year 7 next year.
And I'm Sandra Babunski, I'll be the Assistant Year Advisor for next year as well.
And our job basically is to provide a safe, stimulating and supportive environment for the students to learn in. And we work as part of a greater welfare team to work together to make sure that each child is supported and that their needs are met.
A big part of being a part of the welfare team is looking at pastoral care. So we're looking at making sure that our students feel comfortable enough to approach us if they have any issues or any concerns, or even just to come and say hello. The main part of, involving ourselves in this process would be looking at ensuring that we have a positive transition process for our students coming in next year. So that includes things like assisting with timetables, making sure they understand bell times, and even just school procedures.
So part of our job is to be available to parents and regarding the school in terms of personal concerns with your child, and we need to communicate school policies to each student and the parents, and we need to conduct year meetings and provide information for all kinds of events that we'll be organising throughout the year so that we can communicate these with the students.
Some of the cool events that we get to organise are things like incursions and excursions. The big one coming up is obviously camp, which we're all really excited about. But also a big part of our job is to look at academic process and monitoring that to ensure that all of our students excel in what they are working on. A big part of my role as assisting David is also looking at attendance and monitoring attendance to ensure that students feel comfortable enough to come to school, to ensure that they are achieving the best that they can in all areas of the, schooling experience. Alongside doing all of those things, we also are really big on recognising the achievements that our students have worked towards throughout the year, and we do that consistently through a number of different things. Some of them include smiley letters, where classroom teachers can directly cater and write a specific letter that is sent back to parents to inform them that their child has done something well in class or beyond the classroom. We also do our merit system that allows students to receive recognition for anything that they do in the classroom well or they consistently do. And then we also have things beyond the classroom like our sports assembly, where students are recognised for their sporting achievements as well.
And then in terms of academics, we have a presentation day towards the end of the year which recognises academic excellence and academic achievement across all their subjects. And then we have what's called our EDGE Awards, which recognise effort, determination, grit and enthusiasm. So basically what that means is that it recognises the students who really put in and really give it a go. We also have a rewards day at the end of the year to recognise good behaviour, where the students get taken out to an excursion based on criteria that they've met throughout the year based on consistent good behaviour.
Another massive part of our role is just consistently communicating with not only our peers but also our parents, as they are a part of the school community as well. One of the main things that we do, or one of the general ways that you guys can get access to information, would be things like our Seagull newsletter, our school website, and even our school calendar for any major events that are coming up.
And then directly we have year meetings with the students to communicate what's going on, to reiterate our expectations at school. We also have our Year 7 Parent Orientation Night coming up next year, COVID permitting, Parent Teacher Night, and then we also have our letter process as well to communicate.
So alongside all of that, our main thing is the important dates that are coming up. And the main one that we're most excited about is Year 7 Camp. That's on from the 9th to the 11th of February. And some of the main things that we look for when we're doing and organising our camp, I guess the process associated with that is looking at friendships and building the friendships among our cohort. We want our cohort to get along and to figure out ways that they can communicate with a whole bunch of different students within their cohort. So alongside doing something that builds friendship, we also have the camp to ensure that we can build students' confidence, look at team building, leadership skills, communication, and things like showing initiative and critical thinking.
And then important information has been sent out, but if there are any questions that you guys have, feel free to contact the school and we can provide you with further information. Some of the key details are that there is a gear checklist of things that need to be brought. That's really important. Please name tag all your items that are being packed for camp. And lastly, please ensure that all medication is labelled clearly with the necessary instructions on it.
So we're looking forward to seeing all of you come in and get to know all of your students, your children really well. We're both really excited to get the process going, and we're looking forward to meeting you as well, depending on COVID and the pending situation there. Some of the times that you could meet us is the meet and greet evening. We also have our open night and our parent teacher nights as well.
It's now time to meet Mr. Hollywood, who will talk to you guys about BYOD and all things computing.
I'm Thomas Hollywood. I'm relieving head teacher computing studies. At Cronulla High School, we're a BYOD school, which means bring your own device. We ask students not to bring their laptops in the first 3 weeks of term 1. Students and parents need to complete the BYOD policy and user agreement form, which sets out the rules and expectations of how students will use their devices when at school. During week 3, the computing staff will help get students connected to the school's Wi-Fi network and install software like Microsoft Office and the Adobe Creative Cloud. After this week, the students will bring their laptops every day of the week except Sports Day, which is a Thursday, to avoid any potential damage of their devices. You can find further information on BYOD under the Our Schools tab on the school website, where you can find a copy of the user agreement and recommended devices for students. See you next year, and up next is Miss Hutsey speaking to you about welfare.
Hi everyone, my name is Ren Hatsey and I'm the head teacher welfare here at Cronulla High. In my role, I work with your year advisor, Mr. McGrath, and assistant year advisor, Ms. Babunski, in supporting your child's wellbeing throughout their 6 years here at Cronulla High School. I particularly work with students with additional or complex needs, but I also support the year advisors in creating a whole lot of fun and exciting programs to enhance their experience during their time here with us. I also lead the Learning and Support team, who is headed by our Learning and Support Coordinator, Ms. Pearce. Ms. Pearce heads a team that includes a Learning and Support teacher, Ms. Bogue, and a group of SLSOs, Student Learning and Support Officers, who will work one-on-one in classrooms with a number of different students to support their learning. They have a number of programs in place to support students' learning here at Cronulla High School, including a peer reading program, a number of small group interventions, and also one-on-one support where appropriate. Ms. Pearce, Mr. McGrath and myself have been busy working with all of your primary schools to gather as much information as possible on your children, and I've been lucky enough to meet some of you already. We've also been working on marking your orientation tests, so I feel like I know so many of your children already. If there are any concerns that you have that you feel may not have been raised by your primary schools, if there is anything else we need to know about your child, please do not hesitate to contact myself or Miss Pearce via the school front office. I'm really looking forward to getting to know you and your child even more over the next 6 years. And now I'll pass over to Mr. Sheldon with sport.
My name is Alan Sheldon. I'm one of 2 sport coordinators at Cronulla High School. I share the role with Cameron Paddy. Here at Cronulla High School, we're extremely passionate about sport, and we have a process in place that ensures sport runs smoothly for all. Sport is compulsory for students from 7 to 11. Sport is run on a Thursday between 12:15 and 2:30. At Cronulla High School, we have a strong emphasis on students wearing the correct uniform/PE uniform. On a Thursday, students are required to wear their full PE uniform, including footwear. If you're in Year 7 and 8, you're also required to wear your school hat on a Thursday. Now, one of the big issues we have is with footwear. Hopefully on the screen you can see shoes that are inappropriate and shoes that are classified as appropriate. It is for safety reasons and to ensure that all students can participate in a variety of activities we run for PE and sport. If a student is out of uniform on a Thursday, they are required to get an out of uniform note, a blue slip from the HISI staff room. If a student is unable to participate in sport, they are required to bring a note from home, signed by a parent or guardian, explaining why they can't participate on that day. This is also if you're looking for early leave on a Thursday, that note needs to be handed to Mr. Paddy or myself prior to period 3 on that day. Just keep in mind, students only have 4 early leaves a year on a Thursday. We understand that at the start of next year, 2022, that it's going to be extremely busy time for Year 7s in the first 3 weeks. Starting in week 1 on the first Thursday, the 3rd of February, Year 7s will be participating in the dive induction. That's run at school and students won't need any equipment for that. On the Friday, the 4th of February, students will be participating in the swim assessment task, which will be run throughout the day at Swims Academy Carrying Bar. Students will need to bring their swimmers, towel, goggles, etc. Students will need to swim 25 metres, demonstrating their swimming ability. In week 2, Monday the 7th, we'll have our annual swimming carnival. On Wednesday the 9th till Friday the 11th, Year 7s will be on camp. In week 3, on the Thursday, Year 7s will start sport. They will be arranged into groups, and each week they'll rotate through a variety of different activities. For example, flip out, competitive gaming, surf skills, beach games, just to name a few. After this period, after 10 weeks, they will then join the rest of the school on a Thursday for sport. At Cronulla High School, students also have the opportunity to participate in knockout competitions and also Sydney East trials. Some of the sports we're involved in generally are soccer, rugby league, water polo, surfing, just to name a few. Announcements regarding knockout sport and Sydney East trials are made on assembly and via e-diary. Students need to be checking e-diary daily to ensure they don't miss out on important information regarding sport. This is just a snapshot of sport at Cronulla High School. More information will be provided to you and students throughout the year. Should you have any questions or need further clarification regarding sport, you can contact me by email or contact the school. You can find my email address on the school website. I'd now like to introduce Miss Smith, who will take you through the uniform procedures and processes at Cronulla High School.
I'm Caitlin Smith and I'm the School Uniform Coordinator at Cronulla High, and I will be running you through the uniform expectations for our school. All Cronulla High School uniform is available to purchase at Lowe's in Westfield, Miranda. For the boys' uniform, boys wear a white button front short or long sleeve shirt with a collar and the embroidered school crest. Trousers are plain grey with a fly front and shorts are plain grey with fly front and pleats. Both can be worn with a plain black belt. Socks are to be the light grey short socks with green and white stripes. For the girls are also to wear a white button front shirt, short or long sleeve, with a collar and the embroidered school crest. Girls must wear the green and blue tartan pleated skirt, and the bottom should sit no longer than 15 centimetres higher than the middle of the kneecap. Plain black stockings can also be worn with the skirt in the cooler months. As an alternative to the skirt for summer, girls can also wear bottled green shorts. Socks for the girls are to be white with one green stripe. Both the boys and girls must wear plain all black lace-up shoes with all leather uppers covering the whole foot. They cannot be suede or high-top style boots or shoes. All students also wear the same jumper, which is a wool blend, green pullover and embroidered school crest on the front. The same jacket is also worn with a green zip front, blue side panels and embroidered school crest. For the sports uniform, both boys and girls wear bottle green tassel material shorts with blue and white stripes on the side, and they have an elastic waist. The shirt is a green, blue and white polo shirt with a collar and embroidered school crest. They can also wear a tracksuit for the cooler months with a tassel on top, so the same top, and they also have a pair of pants in school colours with a school crest on the top as well. Shoes must be fully covered leather or synthetic uppers and must be cross-training or running style sport joggers with an arch and foot support. No flat soles such as Volleys, Converse or Vans are allowed to be worn. Any suitable white sports socks or the regular school socks may be worn, but they must be visible above the shoes and cover the ankles, so no invisible socks, and they mustn't have any logos on them either, so just plain white. The hats are the blue school cap with 3D CHS motif, and Year 7 and 8 must wear their hats for PE and for sports days as well, so they need their hat every single Thursday. In addition, a suitable school bag or backpack must be used to carry their books and all of their equipment, so no handbags or anything like that are acceptable. In terms of jewellery, only small discreet sleepers or studs may be worn in their ears, and any other facial piercings are strongly discouraged, and if they are worn, only to be small and discreet studs only. A single wristband, watch or bracelet may be worn, but these must be removed for practical classes or sporting activity for safety. Only a minimum amount of makeup may be worn, and nails must be natural and kept short, so no fake nails or acrylic nails are allowed. Only conservative natural colours may be worn in terms of their hair. Bright or unnatural colours or unusual styles are not accepted. See you all next year in perfect uniform. Now here's Miss Rowe with Library Services.
And the lucky last one. My name is Miss Rowe. I'm the teacher librarian here at Cronulla High School. Just a little introduction to the library behind me. Library lessons work a little bit differently for high school. We're really focused on research practices and scholarship development. So the reading component of library is really done at their recess and lunchtime and through their English classes. More than welcome to come in here and read and borrow from our wide collection that we have here. There is one thing though that you'll need to do before you come to school next year, and that is to fill out one of these forms. It's for our public libraries. We do a lot of work in Year 7 on databases and research, and they're going to need to be able to access their public libraries. So if you already have a card, you just write the barcode at the top here and then hand it in to me before the end of the year. If you don't have a Sutherland Shire Libraries library card, the form will be attached to this email, so print it out, fill it in, and then get it back to us before the end of the year so that the libraries have a chance to process all the forms and have the cards ready to go at the beginning of next year. So that's it from me, guys. Can't wait to see you next year for Year 7, and we'll see you then.